Welcome back to Streaming Media 2025. My name is Doug Daulton. I'm here with Victoria Tuzova. Tell me a little bit about what you're working on.
Yeah, sure. At Elecard, I'm head of strategic partnerships, so it's more about the strategy that I'm working at Elecard. At Elecard, we provide software for live streaming monitoring for OTT and IPTV, so we provide quality of service, quality of experience to make sure that the streams are delivered without any issues and how your viewers see it. So we are behind the biggest live events and the biggest events that you've seen every day.
And so you're essentially monitoring the stream live for quality of the experience. Is that kind of what you're doing?
Quality of service and quality of experience, yeah, both types. So we are on the instrumental side of monitoring when you would like to see how the entire infrastructure works, so how your encoders work, how your origin work, how your CDN work, how the packager work.
And how you're relaying between different servers to make sure you get the best connection and all that.
Yes, sure, for sure. So you just install the software across the network and it gathers statistics and show you on the one dashboard what's going on with your streams.
Outstanding. So here at the show, what has been your experience? What are the talks that have spoken most to you? What are the things the trends you're kind of seeing emerge from the show that you think are important?
So the first thing that I wanted to mention, I'm also a part of Women in Streaming Media, where we amplify female voices in the industry. So I was a part of the panel where we're talking about the fan experience and how it evolved recently and the evolution of fan experience. So this means for me and for the industry that we are more on the track for live sports and live events. It's more and more buzz about this in the industry. Also, we are talking a lot about ultra low latency and low latency itself because it becomes more and more vital in the industry. As well as for the panel that I was moderating, we were talking about more engagement with the fans. Like we were talking about such things at alternative casting when you have different alternative casting of one and the same stream for more engagement of the fans, where they can follow this or this track that is more attractive for them. Also, we were talking about how the system for fan experience and for fan engagement should not be too creepy for us when it's too much, let's say, localized for you. And there are different methods how people usually localize the things and how they personalize, let's say, advertisement for people. And one of the, like I would say, two most interesting questions was about accessibility and how to make it not too creepy for fans to be engaged.
Got an idea of, oh, I just talked about XYZ and now suddenly I'm being served an ad for it. Is that what you're talking about in the creepy?
Yeah, something like
where
that.
it feels like Big Brother is kind of listening and monitoring all the time.
Exactly.
Talk to me a little bit more about the Women in Streaming Coalition. I find it really interesting because there's a lot of conversation going on around whether or not initiatives like that are, trying to think of the right word, are just a thing to do or if they're really good for the bottom line. And my perspective is it is good for the bottom line. When you promote and bring people in, you build the audience. Like you're building the audience because you're able to speak to. I mean, I think the NFL is a great example of this. Even before the WNBA, where they started to really speak to the female fans and build a whole nother market out of the female fans. And now we have the WNBA. Could you talk a little bit about that?
So what I'm talking about Women in Streaming Media as the association where we join this association as, you can join it as a member or as volunteer. So I'm volunteering on the side of speaker engagement team where we collaborate with different events like Streaming Media Conference or NAB or IBC or some other events worldwide. we contact the organizers and we are talking, hey, do you need more female speakers just to make it more diverse, let's say, just to show that, hey, there are more female engineers, let's say, or female executives in the industry that you think. So we would like to increase the portion of females to be seen in the industry. That is the main purpose.
Yeah, and I would argue that that's not just a diversity initiative, although it's important. It's a representation issue because when you're at the table, then you can speak to that audience in ways that I couldn't, right? And then it ultimately expands the market and it's good for business. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I completely agree with that.
Outstanding. So what is the one thing, whether you've seen it here at the show or not, that you think everybody should be thinking about in the next 18 months in this space?
Okay.
It can be one or two things, but
Let's look
the
forward.
big idea.
What we are having on the table. Let's say we have several biggest live events upcoming. Let's say FIFA, the Olympic Games. I think the biggest thing here, we can divide it into several parts. The first part is the infrastructure and workflow and engineering side, where engineers should be engaged to improve experience in terms of ultra low latency, low delay. I believe there will be a big topic about that, especially at NAB. The other thing is that I've mentioned is about fan experience, because from my perspective, what we should expect is increasing interest, how to engage more fans, and how to do it more immersive, let's say, when you are not just watching event, but you are at the, you feel that you are fully immersed in this event.
So could you give me a use case, like what you might think somebody might do or a business might do to create that more immersive experience?
From the perspective of immersive experience, I think there should be more focus on maybe AR and VR. So we can look at it from different angles, from the fan experience, from fans themselves, and from let's say ad agencies who would like to more ads to pop up during the event. So maybe they should implement more AI, let's say, to make it more automatic, but not overwhelming for the viewers. From the technical side, there is a big research right now. So we were a part of IBC Accelerator program where we were working on ultra low latency at scale. So there is great research that we did, and it was a demo at IBC where we showcased how it was working and the delay for about 1 second. So it's a great use case that everyone can look at. It's available on the website, the documents are available. More than welcome.
Outstanding. Well, Victoria, I appreciate you. I know you're getting ready to head out. I appreciate you making time to talk with us. It's been great. It's been Doug Daulton for Streaming Media 2025. We'll see you around.
Thank you.
Thank you.